How's it going, guys? CrackedRack here. Today I have the delicious, sexy story for you all about how I got fired from being a parking valet. Now, as you know, I have a very, let's say, demanding family, and they were like, "God damn it, son! Get a fucking job, you fucking bitch!" Just kidding, they didn't say that, but they might as well have. They might as well have come into my room and been like, "You fucking little weasel! You need to stop being a parasite and contribute!" And there I was, just playing Xbox Live, just trying to have a good fucking time. And I was just not having it. I was so sick of it. So I was like, fine! I'll shut my family up and go get a stupid job. So I looked on Indeed, and the jobs were like, you can work at McDonald's. you can work at the mall as a security cop. And I was like, God damn it. How am I supposed to be a fucking musician when I'm doing this? So I was like, this is obviously a plot to erase my career. So I was like, fine, I'll just pretend. I'll get a job. So I looked on Indeed, like I said, and I found parking valet at the hotel. Now, when I saw that, I was like, ooh, fancy job. I get to work at the hotel. And it's a 4-star hotel. Ooh. So I applied, and they mysteriously got back to me the same day, like several hours later, and they're like, "Hey, do you want an interview?" And I was like, yeah. So I went over there. I got interviewed by a man who looks like a fucking Polar Express character. I mean, he looked so fancy, it was like hilarious. And he's like, okay, you're going to do this, 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 and this on the job. And I was like, perfect. I wasn't even listening to what he said, but I was like, perfect. And he's like, here you go, son. And he gave me a pin that had the hotel on it. And I got the hotel clothes. This is the shortest I've ever had a job, by the way. So the first problem about this job is it was half an hour away by car. It was so far away. It fucking took forever. You didn't even need a GPS. The building was huge, so you could see it all the way from your fucking apartment. You just gotta follow the building way off into the fog for like 30, 40 minutes, and you'll be there. So, I found out that that was the most haunted building in all of Billings, Montana, but I did not know that at the time, or care. So, I get there on day one, and the job fucking sucks. It sucks fucking ass. You literally have to stand at a doorway for like 10 hours waiting for some rich asshole to drive up and be like, "Hey, is this the correct hotel?" "Well, okay, boy, take my bags in my car." I fucking hate people who want me to do shit for them and like do luxurious things for them. I don't care if I'm getting paid. I don't care if I'm not getting paid. If you want me to do some special fancy thing for you and you're like demanding me, I want to slit your throat. I fucking hate you. So I hated this job instantly. Every 5 minutes, some douchebag in like a Ferrari, like vroom vroom, would drive up, and I would just be like, that's an amazing car. And the guy would cut out and be like, hell yeah it is. Go park it, bitch boy. And that got really old really quickly. One old lady who was demanding me around, I made some jokes to her, and she laughed so hard. She was like, "Why do you work here?" She acted like I was a human trafficking victim. Like, I'm not even lying to you guys. Like, I'm not going to hurt anybody, but I kind of had, like, fantasies of going on a mass shooting spree. Like, I fucking hated this job. I also did something really embarrassing that I didn't mean to. You see, I went to Jimmy John's, and I ate this huge tuna sandwich. They're like, "How much tuna do you want in there?" I was like, "Pack it in there, bitch. I want to see your working class struggle as you put that fucking tuna in that fucking bread." So I got the sandwich, I scarfed it down, tasted like a crab cake, it was really good. And then I had gas, and I almost shitted myself, because the gas would just, my butt cheeks would be sealed tight using gravity, and the toot would just go, it would just go between my butt cheeks, out of my butthole, as hard as possible. And I just looked kind of pathetic because I was so upset between my roommate situation, my job that I didn't want, and now this gas. I was like, no. I just looked really overreactive to some gas. But I had to go back to work, which, as you can tell, was a problem. It's a problem to work at a 4-star hotel when you feel like you're about to shit everywhere. And bad things happened immediately. An old woman, like 90 years old, she was dressed like she was the Queen of England. She walked up to the door, like at the door of the hotel where it's all fancy. It looks like 2 Shaolin monks are letting you in. You get the door open for you, and it's like this amazing thing, and there's this fireplace. Well, we opened the doors for her, and she was like, wow! And as this happened, a little just kind of slid out of my asshole, and the cloud, for some reason, went directly into the middle of the door, right where she's going to walk in. So I just watch in horror as she is like, wow, going into the place, and she just smells, she just smells what smells like rotten, rank, raccoon asshole. She can't believe how disgusting that fart from my asshole was. So much so that the next day, they called me into the office, and they're like, Matthew, we have a serious complaint. And I was like, oh, I'm fired for XYZ, right? But they were like, the serious complaint is that you need better hygiene, because when that employee walked through the door, she smelled a foul odor, so she complained about it. And it's funny because they think that was just like BO or something. But no, that was a shit. That was an accidentally tactfully placed shit, basically, and she got some shit air in her mouth. And she had to go complain about it. So I was kind of embarrassed, because I was like, dude, everyone knows that I just laid hard ass at this 4-star hotel. So I keep going, for some reason, at this job that I am very bad at. And a really nice Bugatti pulls up. This really nice Bugatti pulls up, and this really nice man comes out. He's like, hi, are you the parking valet? I was like, yes, I am. And he was like, cool, man. I'm going to be easy on you. I know you have a hard job. Here, just take these keys. Don't even worry about sharing the tip. He gave me like a $15 tip. And he's like, have a good night. And he went up there. So I got in his Bugatti. He actually had rap music playing. He had a Future song playing. So I turned it up. It was like, mask off. Fucking mask off. Fuck yeah. Fucking mask off, or something like that. And I turned it up, and there I am in the Bugatti with the Future being like, fucking fuck yeah, bitch. And people were looking at me. There was a couple ladies walking down the street that looked at me, and I was like, hell yeah, bitch. I'm ready for sex, for mating. And I don't even know why they didn't just drop their panties and mate with me right there. I mean, come on. So I take this guy's Bugatti, this very nice guy's Bugatti. I reverse, and I immediately go over the curb and smash into a trash can. So there's a bunch of dents on the back, I think, but I didn't look. I was like, fuck! So I go into the drive, I pull out, and there's a bunch of fucking cars that almost hit at me, because I wasn't used to how fucking fast the Bugatti was, okay? I'm used to, like, 2007 Toyota Priuses, or, like, Ford Tauruses, or, like, Chevy Blazers. I'm not used to these Bugattis that go like 0 to 500 miles per hour in 2 nanoseconds. So I shot the car forward. I managed to get it through an alleyway, which was hard because I was so tempted to just hit the accelerator and crash into a wall and die. The guy inside has absolutely no idea what kind of valet he just hired to go do this task. I finally get his fucking stupid-ass sports car, which really, if you've never driven a sports car before, they're really not that special. They feel exactly like normal cars. So I drove it into the 3rd floor of the parking garage, which is where we're supposed to, and there's this fucking weird lady there. She's like 450 pounds. Her belly's hanging out of her shirt. Her belly's all hairy, and she's just sitting in the corner smoking cigarettes. And I was like, can I help you? And she wouldn't talk to me. I was like, that's fucking weird. So I go down, the car is parked and everything, and I tell my coworker, I'm like, bro, there is a lady up there who is just fat and smoking cigarettes, and it's creepy as shit. And he didn't believe me, so he's like, well, no, there isn't. So he went up to the 3rd floor, and she had like a tent set up, she had a lot of set up stuff, and it was gone. And he came back, he's like, there was nothing there. I was like, what the fuck? That was haunted as fuck. There was a weird, fat parking garage lady at that hotel who is not real. I think she's a ghost. Anyway, then he was like, well, did you park that car? I was like, yep. He's like, do you have the keys? I was like, no. I lost the keys. So not only did I fuck this guy's car up, fart in that lady's mouth, I lost this guy's keys. And that was a big pain in the ass. But I just pretended like I had them. I pretended like that everything was good. Probably one of the reasons I got fired. And yeah, the night continued. There was one chick there who clearly had a lot of interest in me. She kept looking at me and like giggling and everything. And then I opened my mouth and I was like, I lost my wallet and my keys and my phone. Because I did. I lost my wallet, my keys, and my phone for no reason. They just disappeared out of my pocket. This job really just started grating on me. It got to a point where I'd wake up every morning and I just dreaded going. I just didn't want to go. I wanted to make videos and smoke some fucking pot and, you know, screw my family. I don't care. But they were just so proud of me having the job. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll go to fucking stupid bitch-ass work. So I kept going for like a long time, like a week and a half. And the final day, some shit went down. I still lost my phone and my keys. So I was like, can I sift through the cars that I've been in and find it? Can I find my phone and my... Maybe I left them in there, and they're like, okay. I misunderstood him. I didn't realize he meant I could take one key, go visit, come back. I took all of them. I took like a bag and I put like 15 keys in there, ran up into the parking garage, tried to find, sifted through their fucking cars completely and didn't find anything. And I came back down. He was like, what the fuck were you doing? I was like, I was just searching through the cars. I grabbed all the keys to go search through them at once. And he was like, fuck! Because every time the keys are taken off the property, you have to write all these reports. So he had to write like 25 reports. And he was absolutely pissed off at me. He never treated me the same after that. Became like kind of a meme. Like there was a new hire. And he was like, oh yeah. The boss was like, oh yeah, make sure to follow Matthew's work ethic. And that was actually pretty funny. Like I don't get my feelings hurt. When people insult my poor quality job at something, I'm like, yeah, I did a shitty job. I don't give a fuck. So that was cool. One day though, I was like, I need to get very prepared for work. I'm going to be so good at working. Went to Jimmy John's, had the biggest tuna sandwich I could get. Bought a pack of cigarettes. Was ready to tough out the day. I go there with my tuna sandwich and my cigarettes, and they're like, hey, Matthew, the boss wants to talk to you. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. So I went into the cubby room where all the cubbies are, and they replaced Matt with a guy named Pat. Very similar. And he was a man with glasses and tattoos, just like me. So I thought that was the only offensive part. They replaced him with a fucking doppelganger. So yeah, that's my story of how I got fired from the parking valet. Honestly, of the numerous jobs I have had, I hate this job. I absolutely despised this job. I'm so glad I got fired. What a shitty job. Stand outside all day waiting to give blowjobs to rich people? Fuck that. And I have to, like, preserve my farts and hold them in my butthole. And I have to, like, talk to them like they're the Queen of England. It's just fucking awful. Those other people that aren't fired at that job, I don't know how they're doing it. They're getting paid $10 an hour. That's, like, Domino's level. And they have to do so much work. So, you know, Godspeed to you guys. Anyway, that's all for today. See ya.